Hello everyone, welcome back to FairlyDeterminedFM. My name is Chris. Welcome back to Napoli. Today we're kicking off against Inter and then we've got Juventus. And as it stands, we're the only unbeaten team in Serie A. It's gone pretty well. Look at this. Third in the table, unbeaten so far, 2 draws, 5 wins, 17 points. We are 1 point behind one of today's opponents, and as it stands, 2 points behind the other opponent. But those opponents are Inter and Juventus. They're very good teams, very good football teams. How are you all doing before we get into that? You guys all right? Good. Since we last met, the Salernitana, I'll get that right one day. We have beaten Verona 2-1, drawn 1-1 with Bologna, 2-1 against Sampdoria, 3-1 against Crotone. 1-1 against Sassuolo, and then Sassuolo, I'll get that right one day as well. And then we've just beaten Lazio 3-0, a very, very good game. And the first game since the start of the season where we haven't conceded. We are conceding a fair bit. It's a little bit of a worry. You can see as well the squad has sort of bedded in pretty well. Andre Franklin, one of the new boys, is averaging 7.38 so far over the course of the season, 7.16 in the last 5 games. Doncho, good old Doncho, similar story. Michel, I did change his name because God knows I can't pronounce it. Michel, again, 7 average rating. So new boys wise, it's pretty good. Fodi as well, 7s. Bifulco slightly dropping down a little bit. Darren Kelly has joined as well, and he has also been playing quite well. He's got a goal and 2 assists in sort of 6 appearances, which is pretty good. And then the other guys you already know, they've been playing well as well. Darwin Núñez, Patson Daka, Kuna. One thing to note, I mentioned that we spent a fair bit of money in the transfer window. We are actually hemorrhaging funds at the moment. Our expenditure last month was £14 million, a shade over £14 million. Our income was a shade over £9 million. We're losing about £5.75 million every month. This carries on. How many months of the season we got left? Just find that out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 months. 7 months, 35. 7 months at £5 million-ish a season. That's £35 million. We're currently £20 million. We will be £55 million in debt by the end of the season, is my current prediction. And we've already lost £49 million. Wow, does that mean we're going to be £105 million in debt? That's not good. That ain't good. What do we do about that? We're going to have to sell some players. Next season's problem. It's next season's problem. The problem we have today are Inter and Juventus. Let's get into that first game. It's going to be a good test of where we are, really. We've played some good teams so far, but we haven't played any teams the quality of Inter and Juventus. So I'll be happy coming out of this with 4 points. A win here would be great, and then a draw against Juventus would be fantastic. But we will see. A win here as well would put us into first place ahead of our meeting with Juventus, which would be really cool. First highlight of the game goes our way. Starlo plays it forward to Kuna, who finds Michel out on that right wing. Michel dribbles around his man excellently, just sort of turns around him. Nikolov now, Doncho on the ball. Is he going to find Satalo? He is. Satalo now running at his man. He gets the cross in. Darwin Núñez at the back post. Claimed out of the air by Islas. Good claim. He hoofs that ball forward and Lewis wins it. Finds Nandez, who finds Daka. Michel now passes it through to Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez, 1-0 to Napoli. Come on. Look at that. Brilliant football. Brilliant football. Nandez finds Kuna. Kuna finds Daka. Daka lays it off to Michel. And then Michel with a lovely, lovely through ball for Darwin Núñez. And then that insanely tight angle sneaks it past the goalkeeper. Through the post. Not through the post. Past the post. Inter on the ball here. Barella plays it back to Islas, who finds Orenan. Morato back to Barella. They're just comfortably keeping the ball. We're not really threatening too much. Lewis cuts out that pass, though, brilliantly. Jamal Lewis there. Wonderful stuff. Daka has played in Núñez. Again, Núñez for his second goal. 16 minutes gone. 17 minutes gone. We are 2-0 up away at Inter. Blimey. That's, yeah, pretty pleased with this. Pretty pleased with this. Darwin Núñez in that same post as well, that same sort of tight angle. Franklin finds Darwin Núñez on the left-hand side. We look like a much better team than, well, he says, we look like a much better team than we did last year, and we just lose the ball, and it's 2-1. Just poking the bear, aren't I? I'm just poking the Inter bear. That was disappointing, to say the least. Very disappointing. It's just before half-time. Inter have got another highlight here. Are we going to drop this 2-goal advantage? We are not. Doncho nicks the ball and Daka is it 3-on-1. Plays it back to Nandez. Move kind of breaks down a little bit. It's a bit disappointing. We've lost the ball again, and Colombo is in here. Is he going to make it 2? He's chipped the keeper. Is off the post. Wow. That Colombo is causing us some problems. We might need to shore things up a little bit. Don't allow complacency to creep in. We might need to do something like this. Just for the second half, Doncho down in there. We'll have... See, Cunha's playing okay, but he's not playing brilliantly. I think I would like to have Sander Berge come into the middle of the park as a deep line playmaker on support. Nikolov in the middle there, ball-winning midfielder and defend, just to shore up that middle of the park. And I think I might even have Doncho mark Colombo. Yeah, that's the plan. Doncho is going to sit on Colombo, sit on his feet. I don't want to give up this 2-goal cushion. So if we can just get that little defensive solidity, stop Colombo from being such a pest, that would be handy. Free kick. Darwin Núñez takes it, and it doesn't really come to anything. Franklin on the ball, plays it all the way back to Labrovic rather. Darwin Núñez, his header finds nobody. It's a very strange highlight, this. Islas boots that ball forward. Colombo is on it. Lautaro, what a goal that is. That's disgusting. That is actually disgusting. Wait, I need to pause that because I want to see that again. I don't watch the opposition replays too often, but that was filthy. Islas here punts it forward. Colombo wins the ball in the air, I think. No, takes it down with one touch, and then Lautaro Martinez, from however far out that is, 30 yards, just belts it, and we have given up our cushion. It's very disappointing. I'm very disappointed. Berge has not had a good game here. He's only just come on at half-time, but he's not played well. I think to have been leading for much of the game and then to just be undone by 2 moments of like real good quality is a bit disappointing. I don't think Inter have deserved the point here. I don't think they've deserved it. But then have we, really? We sort of crumbled in the second half a little bit. You can see our defence not given their best performance. I think I am disappointed. I think our defenders have let us down. Unacceptable. Yeah, unacceptable defensively. Lautaro Martinez as well, just a ridiculous goal. Well, what are you going to do? I mean, we're still unbeaten, but we are now up against Juventus. This was the game that I was less confident about. So if we can come out of this with a point, I'll take it. I will take it. I know we're at home, but it's Juventus. They're a very, very good side. And I think if we can put in a performance like we did against the Inter, but sort of keep the lead if we get it, much better. Darwin Núñez, was that in? That looked in to me. We've kept the ball here. Nandez out to Franklin on that left hand. Oh, it's over. Yeah, if we do take the lead, if we can keep hold of it, obviously that'd be much better. But I'm just explaining football now. If we can keep the lead and hold on to it, then we win the game of football, don't you know? Inter, Juventus are in here. It's a good save from Labrovic. Lema, what are you doing, you moron? Pass that ball there with one of their players just breathing down the necks. Pretty even so far. We've had more of the ball, which is what I wanted, which is good. Passes completed, 95%. 2 shots on target, 2 block shots. Says that we're doing what I want us to do, which is to be sensible with the ball, not just fire shots off willy-nilly. Juventus have a throw in here. Jones has got the ball. He finds Ravella and Thiat. I think this ball is going to find its way into our box at some point. Valenti on the ball now. Taking his time, finds Ravella. Ravella to Raspadori. Richards cuts that ball out, but it's a terrible header away. Here's Jones, gets it in. Moise Kean, unmarked. Keeper was asleep. Unbelievable. That was utterly shambolic defending. Utterly shambolic. Have a look at this. Richards with a terrible header away. Thietz picks it up. Richards also loses Jones again, and then no one is picking up Moise Kean. No one at all. That was awful. Absolutely awful defending. I don't even know what to do about it. What even do you do when the defending was that poor? The defending there was just so bad. Sotalo is coming off for Frangic. Daka's not having his best game, so we'll put Darren Kelly up front, and then we'll have Lima go out onto the right. I'm making 3 changes in the middle. 3 changes at half-time, and then Michelle going in. Doncho going in to centre mid. So we're going out for the second half as we started playing as we did, hopefully, against Inter. Taken off lower tempo, I've taken off be more disciplined, and I've made 3 subs. I'm going to encourage the boys, but yeah, a little bit worried about the defensive lap there. Don't know how we've allowed that to happen, if I'm perfectly honest. Richards, with that ball, plays it into Frangic. Is Doncho making his first touch? Lima out on the right. Frangic now into Oxford. Nandez, can he find Darwin Núñez? He can. Darwin Núñez, though, with a poor header, and that will allow Inter to come at us. Juventus to come at us. I've forgotten who we're playing. Chiesa now. What a great pass that is. Raspadori. Keane again. Good save from Labovic. See, it's just sort of highlighting that they might be. They definitely are. Maybe sort of 2 levels above us in terms of skill and ability. They're just able to sort of fashion chances out of absolutely nothing, it seems. Not really doing anything in this game. I would love a late equaliser here, but we've just given the ball away again. Juventus, Chiesa has found that gap in the middle of our defenders. Moise Keane, again, it's just off the line. Labovic gets it away eventually, but only as far as Ravella, who is fouled by Doncho. Kuna has got the ball now. Franklin finds Nandez and then Kuna again, and it's taken off his feet, which will allow Inter to break. Moise Keane is free. He is one-on-one with the keeper. I'll be amazed if this doesn't go in. Labrovic, well done. Labrovic has kept us in this. Like more than once, Labrovic has kept us in this because our defence has been shambolic. Utterly shambolic. Labrovic again with a good save. Nobody really covering themselves in glory here except for Labrovic. Ravella with the corner. Labrovic comes out and claims. Yeah, I don't really know what to think. The Inter game was pretty good, except for the defensive laps. And then this game has just been pretty poor, although we are still getting shots away. And we're keeping hold of the ball quite well. Kuna plays this corner in. Darwin Núñez into Frangic. Oh, Reece Oxford with a late equaliser. 87th minute, 1-1. Good. The defence fully redeemed by Reece Oxford. Frangic, great header off the post into the goal. Labrovic keeping us into this game. In this game, rather. Saved our bacon there. So 2 1-1s against 2 of the top teams in the country. I think that's pretty good, personally. Filippo Kurzel here. Well, that was our big day then. Back to being the plucky minnows now. We're 3rd in the league, Filippo. 3rd in the league. We haven't lost the league game all bleeding season. Next 2 games will be Milan and Roma. Let's do 2 more big games. So we'll come back at the start of January for Milan and Roma, and I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know what you thought down in the comments. Leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I will see you soon. It's more Manager's Journey. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.